Odd Conduit Media.
What's it gonna be?
You are now listening to the
Hyrule Podcasters!
Hey there, all you bug-catching kiddos. Welcome to another episode of
Hyrule Podcasters!
I'm your co-host, Ben.
And I'm your co-host, Pat.
On this podcast, we play through each game in Nintendo's Zelda franchise.
We're pretty practiced gamers, but we're not experts or purists. We're just experiencing each game start to finish in chronological order.
That brings us to Season 2, A Link to the Podcast, where we are unsurprisingly playing A Link to the Past.
Yeah, buddy. I'm loving playing this game. We're only one episode deep so far. We've just kind of started the game, and I already feel like I'm totally immersed in this world, this version of Hyrule and Link's Quest. How are you liking it so far?
It's great. It's great. Our hero is named Shabls. In case you missed episode number 1 or were wondering quite what we were calling him, we managed to wake up in our house, see our uncle depart.
Bye.
A telegraphic message from Princess Zelda, who was in the dungeon. We ended up finding our dying uncle, getting his sword and shield, rescuing the princess.
You know, if he would have just let us come along with him, maybe he wouldn't have had to die.
Do you think so?
Yes.
I mean, maybe we all would have just got.
I mean, he barely made it in the first hallway.
There wasn't even a bad guy in that room.
No. I mean, what the heck, uncle?
It makes me think that, like, Aghanim or, some other big bad must have been there and then be like, great, my job's done. I'm good.
Oh, so maybe he cleared the way for us to sneak in. You never know. And I think I mentioned on the last episode, sometimes a good story needs to start with a little bit of tragedy. And this one certainly did. But we got Zelda out of her little cage. We beat up a guy that was swinging around a spike ball. That was cool. Right. We maneuvered through the basement with a bunch of darkness and rats.
What was that? Maneuvered?
Maneuvered, yes. And the loyal sage was like, I'll protect Zelda. You go do some stuff.
And that's what we're doing. We're doing some stuff. So we headed to Kakariko Village. We got a bottle. We talked to some townspeople, and we learned that the elder, whose name is
Sahasrara, is chilling out east.
So we made our way over to the Eastern Palace area. Mm-hmm. We found him, and
just
he
chilling in the cave. He's like, "What up?"
I mean, he's hiding from Ganon's forces.
I guess he's not exactly chilling. He's hiding, which is understandable because Ganon's forces are brutal.
They are. And now he has tasked us with getting the 3 pendants. Mm-hmm. And the Pendant of Courage, is in the Eastern Palace. So that is where we are going to head.
Yeah, buddy. I'm ready. You ready?
Let's jump in. All right, so we have 2 options. We can start from Shabls' house or from Sanctuary. So we're going to start from Shabls' house. It's a little closer to the Eastern Palace.
I love that they give you the option on where to start from. And in a game this big, it really makes sense to not have to walk around the entire map just like on foot.
Absolutely.
And a little bit of a spoiler, in this game, I think you get some warp points.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Which is just great. And, in the previous games, I guess the maps weren't as big. Like the previous one, Zelda 2, you just had to walk around the whole time, and that's what it is.
Ooh, I just got some arrow drops from a arrow shooting blue guard.
The Adventure of Link abbreviates to AOL, which cracks me up. For those of you who were born in the 90s, probably, used to get these like AOL America Online trial upgrade packets. You would get like a CD in the mail.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you would like install it or just run the trial for a while and hope that you got the next one in time. Anyway, a little throwback. Those were the days of like the internet not being a reputable source, like Wikipedia not being an okay source to use on a school paper and stuff like that. Anyway, in The Adventure of Link, you had to walk around the whole map.
Wasn't that just like Big Britannica and Big World Book trying to keep people from using Wikipedia?
No, I feel like that was a legit thing. Because...
Let's talk about the entrance to the palace here.
Oh, yeah, here we go. So we got 2 bird head statues that look like hawks in the bottom right and left-hand corners.
Yep.
We got 2 of these stone statues that will pop into life and chase you around when you walk past them, which is pretty freaky. You don't even have to touch them for them to do that. And Ben's just kind of avoided them up until this point, but now he's going for it and he's gonna slice them up.
And then we got 4 real freaky looking statues.
Yeah, what are those things?
They look so gross. They got like little feet and big hands, but the hands are like coming out of their face.
Yeah, kind of bizarre, and you know, it's just foreboding. Like, don't enter this place. So you got to the Armos, and here we are in our first real dungeon. So there's 3 doors, and Ben immediately picks up a pot, and under it is a switch to open the first door in the middle. But he's trying out the doors on the right and the left, and they both lead, to bridges that don't go anywhere.
All right, so we're going to take a look here. And so in the next room, the door slams shut behind us, and there are 3, purple and orange things.
Yeah, they look like a bunch of worms in a bouquet.
There's a switch on the ground.
And they're called Popo.
Popo's always out for you.
Which is what our father calls the police. And now Ben's in a room where you can see the balcony of the top room, and you have to go through this narrow hallway where these bowling balls are coming at you. And Ben got by a big one. There's little ones that you can dodge.
Yeah, I was going
and there's
left,
big
right,
ones that
left,
you
right.
cannot.
Yeah, it did not go well. So we just found a treasure chest with 100 roops in it.
Yeah, get that money.
So just getting richer and richer here.
So initially, this dungeon is cool. It's multi-layered. You can see the top and the bottom. You can hear us going up and down stairs.
I love that stair noise.
Oh, click, 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 click. It's great.
Click, click, click.
There's another, there are these Cyclops statues everywhere that are kind of scary but don't seem to do anything. The dungeon itself, the floor is like a nice cool stone blue, and the walls and ceiling are green.
We got some Stalfoses here as well. Oh, they jump away from you when you try and slice them. They run away like little babies.
I've found that if you hold your sword and charge it, that they don't jump. If you just approach them and poke them, they don't run away.
That's smart.
Oh, nice! You put on the boomerang and used it to grab some. Some
is this is this like a bubble of some sort flying at me,
so
like from the old game?
This is a skull that has what looks like red glowing bubbles around it. It's called an anti-fairy.
You got the map.
We got a map.
You got the map. You can use it to see your current position and the rest of the dungeon by pressing X.
That's nice. And the maps in these games are really cool. Weird.
Go ahead.
They didn't give us a map in the last game, so it's really good to have a map again.
That is true. Yeah.
We had to look up maps ourselves, doing extra work after the first game gave them to us. Doesn't make any sense why they would take that feature.
That is
out.
true. Yeah.
You know, why take something away from us that we had? But we got them back, and that's dope.
Yep.
We're just kind of maneuvering. There's 4 Stalfos in this room.
Oh, hey, your trick works very well. Oh, nope, It almost worked well.
Well, it works well. You just didn't hit the guy with it.
That's fair.
Not to throw shade. Oh, and the boomerang, which usually just stuns enemies, seems to kill the Stalfos in 3 hits.
That's real nice. That's real nice.
Yeah, which is cool. Now there's some animal bones on the ground in this room, and poof, poof, a bunch of Stalfos are appearing. you got pots in the room, and if you throw the pots at the Stalfos, again, those are the skeleton guys, then they get them in one hit, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
they don't move out of the way of the pots.
They're not scared of them, and it gets them. Oh, we got a
You
compass.
found the compass. Now you can pinpoint the lair of the dungeon's master.
Cool. That tells us what room will eventually be our...
Oh, what's this thing? There's a gray box on the wall with a triangle on it.
Let's read it. Shabls, it is I, Sahasrara. I can talk to you telepathically when you touch these tiles. Here is a hint. You can use the treasure hidden in this palace to defeat foes. Thank you. Oh,
Always good to know. Oh, okay, so now we have a green Cyclops monster
With its eye closed.
who doesn't seem to be coming for us. That's a good thing. Okay, we get closer. Okay, we can't
Oh,
damage him.
So
Oh, okay,
wakes
we can
up.
slice him.
You can slice him.
4 hits. So,
Oh boy. These things, the first time that this thing came alive, I was terrified.
wow, that took like 7 or 8 hits to kill. So
these
we're gonna.
guys don't mess around.
Oh, there's a giant chest in the middle of the room here
I wonder
that
what
we're going to check out. Ba-doop, boop, boop. Eh? It's locked. If you had a big key, you might be able to open it. Eh?
So that's interesting. You gotta get a big key to open a lock, and clearly this gigantic door that's at the north of this room also requires a big key.
So it took like 7 or 8 hits with the sword, but 1 pot to the face killed that green Cyclops-looking dude.
What do they make the pots in this dungeon out of? That's
Okay,
Oh,
so we
so
just
the room
entered a
is
room,
dark.
and the light is off. There are popo everywhere,
and 2 anti-fairies chasing Ben around in a circle.
and there's a locked door and a door that popped open. So we are just gonna. Oh, we just picked up some bombs, which is nice. So we got Stalfos walking around. Ooh,
Yikes.
I just found a small key.
It's always good to find a small key.
I wonder if this game you're going to be able to keep keys from like one dungeon to the next, or if it's like the exact right amount of keys, or
I don't remember.
like how they manage that. So
Yeah. I do not remember. All right, going through a
all right, so we're going
locked
to take our
door.
small
Clink.
key and we're going to keep heading to the right.
Finally, don't need to use the lantern. Lantern
and
works
now
automatically, but
We are above the first room that had the bowling balls. You could hear those in the background.
oh, just rattling. Now there are a bunch of anti-fairies huddled around a pot, just swarming like hornets. Ben's taking care of some Stalfos in the meantime, and there's one of these Cyclops things just like waiting to wake up.
Oh, okay. So as soon as I killed him, the anti-fairies moved, a switch appeared, I hit it.
Dang.
You got the big key. This is the master key of the dungeon. It can open many locks that small keys cannot.
Nice.
Ooh. So they take life and magic, it looks like, from you when you get hit by the anti-fairy.
Some serious stuff. By the way, the Cyclops are called Igors.
Oh, that's a great name.
It's a great name.
All right, so we're back in that big room that we were in a little earlier, and we're going to open up this big chest.
Yeah.
You found the bow.
We got a
You
bow.
can shoot arrows until you run out.
That's awesome.
Okay, when I opened the chest, 4 Stalfoses just dropped from the sky. Their heads detached from them. I can't defeat the heads. They're just
Dude.
chasing after me. Okay, now they're leaving. Oh, we're bouncing.
Yeah, just get out
Okay.
of this room.
It looks like I can fall down this. Oh, yes.
So there's this big pot that you can just fall down into. Why don't you catch some of those fairies?
We don't have the bug catching net yet.
Oh, we
So
gotta
I
go see the
cannot
bug catching kid.
Catch them. We do. All right, so we just used the big key to take the room to the north.
Got
All
rid
right.
of like 4 popos with 1 sweeping shot in this dark room, and there are 2 Igors, spelled like your eyeball and the word gore. Is there a gorilla in here too, like the rat thing? Oh no, that's just another Igor. Okay, we got a key from one of them.
All right, and then there are 3 braziers that we're gonna light to see if anything happens. and nothing does.
Nothing
So we did just pick up a key, but we're going to head down the room that is open.
Yeah, let's see what's behind door.
Ah!
Number 1. Lots of rupees. 18 rupees. You can kind of see through them. Oh, man. What pay dirt. Trying to avoid the anti-fairy in the meantime.
I'm down actually some life right now, so we're going to go back and see if those fairies have respawned right here in the room south of us.
Good thinking. Jumping down a pit. Jumping down a pit. All right, there they are. Very nice.
Excellent.
I love that they give that to you in the first real dungeon. They're like,
Right.
we'll cut you some slack here.
Exactly.
You can refill your life as long as you come back to this one room.
All right, so now we are going
generous.
upstairs to the second floor of the dungeon.
Cool.
And again, anti-fairies, pots with switches under them. So they definitely seem to be trying to teach us, things here in this first dungeon. All right, so now I just entered a room where all the doors are shut. There are 3 Igors, and we're going to try and just wake up one of them down here at the bottom.
And use the bow, which gets them in one shot. Great.
And I actually opened the doors and closed them again.
All right, so
by stepping on
it
a
seems
switch.
that there are false switches. Oh boy, you didn't get him. Ben
I did not.
shot him right below or right to the side of his eye. All right,
There we
very
go.
good.
Yeah, so it looks like you have to actually be kind of direct. You have to be pretty specific with where you hit. So.
Yeah. All right, now this
wow.
room has
Okay,
4
okay,
switches, each
okay,
in the corner,
okay.
and bowling balls coming out of a ton of holes. Just traveling around. Ben's tried 2 of the switches. They didn't work. Okay, he got the one in the upper left. It worked, and now he's hightailing it out of the room.
Woof.
Good work. All right, now we have 2 Stalfos and a red Igor. All right, we'll see. We'll assume that he takes a couple extra shots to get. Waking up, 1, 2. 2 shots
So 2. Okay. Not too
instead
bad.
of 1.
Oh,
All right, some more
okay.
Popo that you can just do a sweeping blast, and 2 red Igors that are right next to each other. And it seems like he's not gonna be able to just wake up one, but he's gonna try. Nope, they both wake up at the same time. You got one of them without getting hurt, and the other one, here it comes. Ooh, very good. Good work.
All right, so there are 6 pots around the side. They fill up our arrows and our hearts. So they're definitely we're setting you up. Ah,
And
this
here
looks
we
to be a
are.
boss.
We are at a boss. So there are these big soldiers stomping around. They're like 5 times the size of Link, and there's 6 of them all in a circle. And they kind of just hop around as Ben just continues to slaughter them. Oh, and the last Armos left is now hopping on him. I was gonna say, it looked like they were just practicing their dance routine and you showed up during ballet practice and started ruining their day, but this guy now is super angry and is definitely
Wow, they
being
take a lot of
aggressive.
hits.
Yeah, how many? I mean, maybe the bow would be more effective. Jeez. Yeah, there you go.
There you
and
go.
I guess we wouldn't know if the bow would work because that was possibly the last hit. But we got a piece of heart, or we got a full heart, and we got the green pendant. Good work.
We're trying.
And just
We
like
are
that,
trying.
the triumphant music plays.
You won the Pendant of Courage. Take it to Sahasrara. 2 pendants remain.
Nice. I just
Fills
might.
up our life, fills up our magic. We do a cool little spin move,
And put the sword up. Ding.
and we're out the front of the
And
castle.
then take us right to the front of the castle. Imagine if they made us walk out of the whole castle. That'd be kind of messed up.
I feel like that's one of the things that you would be super salty about.
Yeah, just unnecessary.
Right.
Just unnecessary. I feel like there's plenty of video games out there that do that, but I can't think of any right now. Okay, so we're going back to Sahasrara, and he says, "Oh, you got the Pendant of Courage? Now I will tell you more of the legend. 3 or 4 generations ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of the Hylia. These Knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against the evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Among the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see. Shabls, I believe in you. You should get the remaining pendants and carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it. Oh, snap.
He gives you the Pegasus shoes. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack.
We got the shoes.
Hold the A button for a short time.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, he has more to say. A helpful item is hidden in the cave on the east side of the Lake Hylia. Get it!
We'll get it. All right, so if you remember when we were first in here, we blew up this hole in the wall, and I think I see something back here.
Oh,
Yep.
what?
Here he is.
Beetle doing
There he
back here
is.
in this hole in the wall?
Let's see if he has anything to help us out and catch you back on the other side.
Sounds good.
You know,
Thanks, Beetle.
I think he needs to diversify where he has been waiting for us recently. He's always in some like creepy spot.
Yeah, dude.
Why isn't he out just like in the sun, like chilling and just kind of like soaking it up? Like I'd be excited to see him in the middle of a field. He
That'd
doesn't
be
have to
great.
be in like some hidey hole.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Beetle, you can
Ooh,
wait
look
for
at
us
that.
wherever you want.
Look at me dash around.
Dasher Runsky. So you do like a little Scooby-Doo rev up, and then you just go fast with your sword poking out in front of you.
Bloop. And I love the
Another
face
way.
you when you like
yeah.
when you hit things. It's so funny.
His
All right, so
eyes,
we're gonna
like,
try and get to
bulge
the
out.
east side of Lake Hylia. Ooh, there's a. I guess we're kind of on the. Well, we're like just north of it, but maybe this is what he was talking about. So we're gonna check out this cave here and see what we find. Oh,
I love the cave music.
by that music. Okay, so this is just some fairies.
Okay, good to know.
So-
Mental note: fairies are
Yep.
in this cave. You can
And
come
then-
back for them.
Also, this definitely looks like something we're going to come back for. There is a rock that is surrounded by a bunch of pillars that we can do nothing about. Yeah, this
Yeah.
whole area just has like rocks we can't lift up and bollards we can't knock down. So
Yeah.
I have a feeling we'll be coming back.
Yeah. Come back later. Check it out.
See what's going on.
I love the dash. I mean, if we had the dash in the Adventure of Link, we wouldn't have had to just like walk around that whole map over and over again super slow. It wasn't a huge map, but you know, it would have made it a little easier. Same with the first game.
All right.
You know, again,
So yeah,
I feel
we're
like it's just
we're
an
pretty much
improved
just
version.
dashing everywhere.
Yeah,
So
it's great.
Pat, I'm headed
Such
back
an
to
improvement.
Kakariko Village here to
Okay.
talk to the bug guy. Do you you got anything to let us know about the game?
Oh, sure. Well, we're gonna encounter some more cuckoos, which Ben refuses to call cuckoos and only calls chickens. Cuckoos have a very funny secret. We'll see if Ben finds this out, or if he's not into abusing animals.
So we're back just south of Kakariko Village. There's a house here. Let's see what this guy does. Pay me 20 rupees and I'll let you open one chest. You can keep what's inside. What will you do? Should we open
Let's
a chest
open a
or
chest.
escape?
I don't-
Those are the two options, though. I love that.
I feel
Escape.
like escape is very dramatic.
All right, so let's open a chest, but let's let the listeners tell us which
Okay.
way to go.
So, listeners,
All
which
right,
chest do you
open
want
the
us
chest
to
you like.
open? Which one do you think that we
All right, so
should open?
yell it out on 3. We'll be listening. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, we'll do that one.
All right, we got 1 rupee.
You guys messed that up. We'll put that on you.
Y'all need to try harder.
We're really putting a lot of responsibility on our viewers. We should start doing this game like it's Blue's Clues or something.
All right, so now we're going into a house that has like a little quill above it.
It's a library.
Oh, it's a library. Ah.
Books on shelves.
Oh.
There's a book on top of a shelf, which Ben is firing arrows at the shelf. I think that maybe we could use our newest item. No, boomerang doesn't work. Bang. And you knock the book off the shelf. Yeah.
You
buddy.
found the book of Mudura. You can use it to read the ancient language of the Hylia.
We got a book. That's a
All right,
nice.
so obviously there are going to be some translation that we have to do.
Yeah, there's a nice addition. As a linguist, I appreciate a good reference book.
Absolutely.
Back
All right,
in
so
the
now we're back in
village.
Kakariko Village. So we're gonna So we actually didn't go into many of the houses here, which is kind of my fault. I ended up talking to the grandson of Sahasrara, and he told me where he was. So we're gonna check out some other places here. So this house is all like overgrown out fronts. So let's see what this guy has to say.
Hi, Shabls. Sorry about my yard. It's a little overgrown. Thanks for visiting. I'm glad to have company to talk to. I will tell you an interesting story. There is a lake swimming with Zoras at the source of the river, but it is hard to find. The treasure of Zora can turn people into fish. I'd love to see that. Whoa.
All right, so learning that we are gonna turn into a fish maybe in this game.
Dude, his yard's already regrown. I think
Ooh.
maybe he has more of a problem than he believes. Now, there's a guy with a little hat that looks kind of scared and is just standing still. Ben slowly approaching him, and he runs away. And just runs into a tree and disappears forever. Even with the dash, it didn't work. There's the old lady.
Oh, Shabls, the rumors say you kidnapped the princess, but I still trust you.
Good. See, she's on the right side of the law.
All right, so there's a whole bunch of
Cuckoos.
chickens in here, and there's a wall we can bomb with a treasure chest behind it.
Wonder what's in this chest. 10 arrows.
All right, well, that was maybe worth it.
I think it's just showing you that walls are worth bombing.
Okay,
And
sure.
there's little treasures hidden everywhere. It just kind of makes the game expand. Oh!
I can't believe you caught me! With your speed, you must have been easy to kidnap Zelda. You don't look like such a bad guy, though. Anyway, because you have such quick feet, it might be a good idea to run and bash into many things. For example, the trees in this village may have useful things hanging in their branches. Well, okay, just try it.
Wow, that guy talked and ran fast. Wait, go south. Run into that tree. Bang. And there's a rupee in that tree.
Very nice, very nice.
Cool.
All right, so, you wanted me to find the bug-catching kid, right?
Yeah, we need his net to live our lives.
Let's see,
Don't talk to that Karen. She's just going to call the cops on you.
okay, bug-catching kid, where might thou live? Ooh, we can walk into the back of this building.
Yeah,
Very
this is
nice,
like the
very
bar,
nice.
right? And this is how you get to the
Yeah.
service side of the bar.
Ah. This is a magic bottle. You can store an item inside and then use it later.
We got
Oh.
a bottle. that pot,
That was a creepy,
that
creepy
pot had a
voice.
chicken in it.
It did. It did.
Oh, there's
This
a
must be
kid.
your pal.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
he
see.
like blinks to wake.
Yeah.
I can't go out because I'm sick. People say I caught this cold from the evil air that's coming down off the mountain. This is my bug catching net. I'll use it when I'm better, but for now, I'll lend it to you.
We got a net.
You borrowed the bug-catching net. There may be some other things you can catch with it too.
Yeah, that kid thinks he lent us his net, but he's not long for this world.
He's not ever getting it back.
No, his days of bug catching are through. See, back then, you would die from the common cold. These days,
Absolutely.
you know, you just take a couple days off of work, play some video games.
Oh, look at this. So I just pressed the map button on accident while trying to press the item button.
Mm-hmm.
And we now have 3 locations on our map. We have a blue pendant in the southwest. We have a red pendant directly north. And then we have what can only be the Master Sword up in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
So it is kind of telling us where to go. So I think we'll head south and head to the desert. And we'll go from there.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, wait. The old man told us about that treasure in Lake Hylia. So let's go there, because that's all kind of the same direction.
Yeah, pretty much. We can see how much stuff we can knock out on the way. Sounds
You
good.
think people are going to judge me for dashing everywhere?
What do you mean judge you for dashing everywhere? What people, first of all?
The people listening.
Oh, right. Hi, listeners. I didn't forget about you, but what do you mean judging?
I don't know. I just,
Yeah, I think that you're supposed to.
Oh, we got a new bad guy. I just demolished a crab-looking thing.
You just demolished a harmless little crab. And yeah, I do think that you're supposed to dash everywhere. I think you're off the hook. Just ran over this poor crab. Like, there are some enemies that are, like, clearly enemies, but
Right.
I feel like
Oh.
the crab is
Oh,
just a
wow.
little
That guy just exploded.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was so cool.
So the Octo Rocks,
we've seen
we
them
met
before.
them in the other games, correct? And they kind of look like.
Maybe this is the cave.
Oh, this cave is blue.
Oh, we got the fairy
Looks
music.
icy.
Oh, I definitely accidentally fell down the pit.
What'd you do that for?
Here. I just missed on my controller. I just pressed the wrong button. Okay, so we got some fairies. We walked through a door, and there is a treasure chest, but we are blocked from it. But maybe there's another entrance over here that we're gonna find.
All right, kill a couple more crabs heartlessly.
Yeah. So there's a explodable wall. Here we go. This should take us right there. Hey, here we go.
Wow.
Oh, snap. You found the ice rod. It's chill magic. Blast the air. But watch your magic meter.
That's so
Thanks
cool.
for
We got the
listening,
ice
game.
rod so early. How are you not immediately equipping that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's one of those things where it feels like that's such a cool weapon that they almost like it's something normally you'd get later
yeah,
on.
but we're just like,
Oh, yeah. It just, oh, snap. It just, it does. It literally freezes guys. His crab buddy friend is just running away from my... Oh, it takes a lot of magic, though, to use.
oh yeah, it certainly does. That's a lot of magic. But that's so cool.
All right, so
I mean,
that is
to
so
give
cool.
us a magical rod this early in the game just means that there must be so much cool stuff.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I just ran into, like, a green blob thing.
Yeah.
And it
The
electrocuted.
buzz blob. So it looks like a
buzz
jelly bean with little squishy legs, and when you attack it, it zaps you. So you need you need to use like your arrows or something so that you don't have to hit it. Ben's here killing crows like a psycho.
Oh, there's like a dude under a plant
A
here.
little bug that lives underneath the plant.
Ooh. Am I far enough for this to be... Okay, this is definitely not the entrance to the dungeon, but it's definitely the entrance to something.
It looks
All right,
like.
so we walked in. We kind of get the dungeon music. We got a chest here. You got some bombs. You can pick up and throw a bomb you placed. Press the A button.
And Ben's leaving and going back in so that he can move the blocks in a way that lets him access the door instead of the treasure chest that he just got to.
Yeah, they're like it's like a little mini puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And this room has 2 levers and an anti-fairy. And over to your right is a dam holding...
Oh, okay, I just got the wrong music. Oh, a bunch of bombs just fell from the sky.
And he pulls the other one, and the dam releases water, and now the south part of the whole dungeon is filled with water, which is cool. Heading back outside, because there's only 2 rooms in that area, and the water's all dried up, and there's these fish just flopping around. Can you...
I feel bad
You
about
got
the
a piece
fish.
of heart, though. Can you catch a fish with the bug net? Ben is currently trying to catch a fish with the bug net, and he's just spinning around in circles.
I feel like I would have gotten him. by
Yeah,
now
you're
if I could
swirling.
do it.
You're trying. It's not going to work out. Oh,
right.
well. The Desert of Mystery.
This sign says,
to the
this way
west.
to the Desert of Mystery.
Cool.
So we're going to keep heading west here. Oh, we got another guy under
Oh.
a rock. Oh, we got a dude up here.
He just says dot, 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 dot. A lot of ellipses.
Pay no attention to the average middle-aged man standing by this sign. Leave him alone. Leave him and Brittany alone, right?
Yeah, leave them all alone. Unless you're, trying to... Oh, another bug under a rock. They're called hoarders, by the way.
Or you're trying to steal all of her money.
Ooh, a big fairy.
Ooh, a great fairy.
I will soothe your wounds and comfort your weariness. Close your eyes and relax. And she just kind of showers you in fairy dust and restores our hearts, which is very nice of the game to give us so many opportunities to refill our hearts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, now we're
All
in the sand.
Oh, there's a
Region?
vulture. We're in the desert. and there's this
I hate
vulture
these things.
flying around
They're
us.
just so obnoxious.
All right. Got him with my spinny sword.
Man, so the map is just so diverse. We've only been playing for like a little under 2
What is
hours.
this? Oh, okay. So there are
and
landmines.
We've already
in the grounds.
experienced a lake, a desert, a sanctuary, a dungeon, just such diverse terrains. Oh, look.
Hey,
And here's an
old guy in an underground thing. This is your favorite thing, Patrick.
It is the Book of Mudora. With it, you can read the language of the Hylia people.
You know, I feel like this is one of those things where if we would have gotten to him before we got that book, he probably would have told us about it. And he only has 2 lines of dialogue. He gets to give it his entire life, and we cut it in half.
Yep, he got cut from the movie. Sorry, guy.
Okay, so there are cacti everywhere. There are the bones of steer everywhere with like their, big. Oh, okay, the cacti definitely hurt. Just so you know. A guy just popped out of the ground.
Wow, a sand boy. Scary. They look like the clay guy from Batman.
Well, we're down to 2 hearts here. Not looking so good. Okay, this vulture is really getting annoying. There we go.
So the vultures like circle you as you'd expect them to, but it's like, bro, I'm alive. There's nothing here to scavenge.
So now we're up on a platform. There are 3 statue heads, and one of them is kind of blocking our way north. But there's a stone tablet here in the middle, and
it's just gibberish.
It is in a language. I bet this is what we need the book for.
The language we don't know.
To open the way to go forward, make your wish here, and it will be granted.
Link takes his hat off,
wow.
gets a spotlight on him, and looks.
We see his awesome pink hair.
Ridiculous pink hair that they did because of some graphics reason.
I love that spotlight that goes in right there on him. Like some goddess is peering directly with her eye right at Link. So we got the good music. We're going up the tongue into the mouth of a dungeon.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, so 4 things just popped out of the earth. They're coming at us. We're going to try and kill them. Oh, very nice, very nice.
Mm-hmm. They look like flowers that have bloomed and then wilted a little bit and folded back on themselves.
So this is already so cool. Like, just the initial rooms that they have you. Oh, wow!
Oh, I hate these things.
Guy just shot a laser beam at me.
So there are these stone statues with an eye that circles around the statue. They're called Beamos. And
oh, wow, they definitely hurt.
They shoot a laser at you. Well, I mean, we're already in another dungeon. That's pretty cool.
Man, this game
moves fast.
This game is so cool. All right, so we have our Igors back here.
Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff popping up out of the ground.
Yeah, this room definitely looks like one of those rooms that you just kind of got to clear everything and see what shows up. So that's what we're going to do here.
Throwing some pots at some Igors.
Aha!
I found.
We got a map. You can use it to see your current position and the rest of the dungeon.
Cool.
All right, so this has 3 floors. So right now we're at the basements.
Cool.
And we just need to keep making our way up. So that is what we are going to do.
Gotta keep on climbing through the levels of the dungeon.
We're also going to see if there's anything else under the... Oh, we got some magic back. We got some hearts back. All right, so we're feeling pretty good. We got full life. Our magic is a little low, but that's okay. We have full arrows. Yeah, and like Patrick said, there's just tons of stuff.
Popping up from the ground. So that thing that creates a little whirlpool of sand and has hook mouths is called the Blue Debbie Rando. I'm sure there's another way to pronounce it. Debirando. Deberando. I'm gonna say Debbie Rando. I like that. Random friend Deborah.
This Debbie Rando is wrecking my life right now. There we go. All right, so that door locked behind me. He gave me 5 rupees and then sent me off. So I can definitely hear something on my right. Okay. It's behind a locked door, though, so I can't get there yet.
Interesting.
So we're just going to keep exploring here.
Moving around. Throwing all them pot stuff coming out the ground. But is expertly navigating, defeating enemies, and staying alive.
Oh, So there's another laser shooting guy, and there is an exit to the dungeon right
Oh.
here. Oh!
Don't jump off that guy's tongue.
Yeah, I don't think we want to actually leave the dungeon. So, all right, dodging that.
The Beamos are relentless. They just don't mess around, and I don't know if there's a way to kill them. Ben has attacked them with various things, and they are just standing strong.
All right, so we're gonna so let's take a look at the map here. Okay, so we can't do any of the rooms that are on the right side of the map, so let's go to the left side of the map and see what we find. Wow! Okay, that BMO, like a sniper in Call of Duty, just almost no-scoped me. That was crazy.
These BMOs appear in so many games. You ready for the list?
Yes.
A Link to the Past. This is their debut. Link's Awakening, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, both of the Oracle games, Wind Waker, Four Swords, Twilight Princess, Phantom Hourglass, Skyward Sword, Triforce Heroes, and Hyrule Warriors.
Wow. So I just walked into this room and there was a key on top of a torch, and I used the Pegasus Boots to get it, and now we have one of those telepathic communication things.
Oh, hey, let's see what it has to say.
Shabls, it is I, Sahasrara. You must never fail to find all of the treasures in each dungeon.
We'll find all the treasure, don't you worry. But that is a lot of pressure to put on a guy. I mean, I'm only 16.
All right, so I'm going to keep heading to the right.
Boy.
And, wow, okay, so there's another BMO. The door closed behind me. I need to find a switch. It is literally the last pot I picked up.
The last he could have picked up. This is a big chest.
Here is another big chest. We don't have the big key though yet.
So we're not even going to try to open it. Wow, you have to hit the switch again.
Got me going out the door.
The Beamers are very reminiscent of the Guardians, or vice versa. Because they have little tendrils, but it's all part of the statue, as opposed to being able to actually walk around and shoot these beams at you.
Oh, is that right? I need to look a little more closely, I think.
You're just evading them, which is, it's the right thing to do.
One thing I'm so bad about is I should be using arrows a lot more frequently. They give you a ton of arrows, and bad guys just die to arrows. Okay, here's another BMO. There are 3 braziers that are not lit in front of him, so I'm going to light all 3. Oh, that didn't do anything? There must be a way to open this door, if we've learned anything. There are 4 blocks here. There we go. All right, I got it.
Pushed a block, and it opened it up.
It's just... I bet I can get these fairies.
Yeah, catch 'em.
There we go. You caught a fairy. What will you do with it? So we can keep it in a bottle, or we can set it free. We're going to keep it in a bottle. Now.
Yes. Definitely.
All right, so we still have not found the big key, although we have found... we are back outside.
All right.
We have found the big chest, so...
Oh,
you found a piece of heart.
This, now that we're out of the dungeon, looks like a really good place to take a nap, not deal with the rest of the dungeon this week, and rest up so that we can get through the rest of it. What do you think?
I like it.
Cool.
I like it. That works for me. I think Link's a little sleepy boy. He needs his rest.
A little nap.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and I think I'm gonna go crash right over here on the grass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great spot.
And it's a good spot, right? And we will pick up the adventure here next week.
But that was such a good run. What do we got? We got the boots. We got some heart containers.
We got the ice rod.
We got another bottle.
We picked up the bug catching net. We got a fairy in one of them. We got a pendant.
Wow. We got that book of Mudora.
Oh, yeah, that let us get into the dungeon. Yeah, it was definitely... There's a lot. And, I mean, what's crazy is, from having played this game before, it keeps going. You're just always getting stuff.
I mean, I'm over here on ZeldaDungeon.net trying to keep up with all the enemies that we're meeting and get their names down. And it's just we're meeting new enemies every screen, it seems. Which is really exciting.
Yeah,
I'm super into it. Again, I'm not going to pretend like I know what all of these crazy things are called. And it's fun trying to learn all this stuff so quickly. So when we come back next week, we will finish off the desert dungeon and then probably go get the other pendant. After we do this, there's something apparently waiting for us in the eastern lake that's going to turn us into a fish.
Oh yeah, we got to do that too. Yeah, there's a bunch. There's so much
Ben's
stuff
like,
to do. It's
we're
great.
gonna go over to the lake, and then we find ourselves in the desert instead. But it's just because there's so much fun stuff to do that
absolutely.
you get intentionally sidetracked. The game steers you in that direction.
Yeah, I really want to go find the go talk to the Zora people,
definitely,
and see what they're all about. So
yeah, next week, Zoras.
And with that, that's another episode of
Hyrule Podcasters.
Thanks so much for joining this week. We can't wait to chat with you next week.
ya.
Bye, y'all.
Peace. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of
Hyrule Podcasters.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Hyrule Podcasters and on Twitter at Hyrule Podcaster.
As always, this episode was produced by Patrick, and we'd like to thank Lieutenant Headtrip for composing original music for the podcast, including our theme song.
Additionally, if you'd like to directly support us, you can head over to our Patreon page. Patreons get early access to episodes and more. Links to everything can be found in the show notes.
And be sure to rate and review us in Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you listen.
Odd Conduit Media.